Welcome back, all of you wonderful viewers watching on Facebook as we live stream out from our studio in Berlin. We're covering the remote stream, the B stream here for ESL One Genting, joined by Wagamama, of course, the wonderful man.
Happy to be here.
Going to be taking us through the draft now as we get into our first best of three.
Yes.
We're through with the best of ones, we're into best of threes now.
To everyone's excitement, not the least Kyle probably, as he's drafting here for Team compLexity. And we're going into the first battle that we have here in the best of three series of tonight. So it is compLexity versus Dog, and the bans go as follows. It's Rasta, Elder Titan, and Brew being removed. Elder Titan, a hero that Milan plays really well, and just some respect being given over there. The other two are pretty self-explanatory bans, very common.
Yeah. It's kind of cool seeing these specific ET bans against specific players.
Yeah. Well, ET has an incredible win rate as well. He's actually second, I believe, after Lycan in 5k plus. He does not have very high pick rate at all. But he is very, very strong, actually, as a hero. Just that few people are playing him. I'm not quite sure why so few people are doing it. If I was a position 4 player, I would definitely try it out more. But I'm a 3.
I guess when you look at the other options, maybe you think it's easier to execute a Sand King or a Tusk. Or if you're an Earth Spirit specialist, you're like, I just rather play Earth Spirit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you have spent the number of hours needed, the hundreds or thousands number of hours needed to master your Earth Spirit play,
yeah, exactly.
Why change what's already there, If you're Crit or Jarex or something, I'm sure you don't need to expand your pool so much. And yeah, there are plenty of strong position 4 heroes for sure. As we go into this game, we're going to see something that we've seen before quite a bit. It is the Phantom Lancer making his return.
Yeah, first phase PL, along with a Sand King. Planet Dog responding with Bane and an Omni Knight, leaving their 4 role maybe open for the second phase. Going for some defensive tools there. Omni going to be doing decently against the SK PL, at least for now. Mitigate some of that magic damage. The Guardian Angel going to be nice up against them as well, especially now. Diffusal Blade not going to remove that from the Omni.
It's funny how the PL Bane matchup happens over and over today, and also it is one very interesting matchup. I mentioned earlier that the Enfeeble stays when you doppel walk away. It still shows that you're the real one, and you can't purge that minus damage. But there's also the fact that Bane is super bad against AoE, or against illusions. He can't deal with an army, so both of them kind of counter each other in a way, but PL definitely stronger.
AoE brain sap when?
No, that would be... I mean, bring in Lion with the AoE Hex. He's got that as his level 20 or 25. I can't remember. But
I think it's 25.
I've only seen it once, so I think it's 25.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of that now, there was something that I'd only seen for the first time yesterday when I was playing my pubs last night. I had a Darkseer on my team, and he AoE surged, and I was like, holy... Oh, yeah. Whoa, what?
That one is actually very achievable. That's level 20 talent, and it's very, very useful, actually.
Well, we had like
a smoke gang can be super fast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had like a Lycan who just ended his ulti, shapeshift ended, and then all of a sudden everything surged again, all of his creeps are running around.
Oh yeah, oh god. With Lycan, that's quite a thing. The entire zoo is running. Yeah, for Lion, it's level 25 talent with 325 increased AoE. I like that it's plus AoE. It's
plus AoE.
It's not that it gives 325, it's plus.
Yeah. Well,
bigger than 0.
Planet Dog taking their time on this second phase ban. So, like this for me, this ban here is like the most difficult part of the draft to like wrap your head around because there are just so many options. They get rid of the Chen, which seems pretty damn solid up against Z-Freak, both Enchantress and Chen taken out of the game.
So it was compLexity who played Omni Knights on Mu against the Razor of Eternal Envy earlier.
Yeah.
And this time, that's not going to be allowed by Planet Dog as they pick up the Omni, but second phase banning out the Razor. So, I'm sure that Kyle and the crew, they would love to do the same thing back to them, but not going to be available. There are still some heroes that are good against good against Omni. I mentioned one there. Monkey King. The slip
of the tongue.
Yeah. Still a decent hero if you want to play it. Definitely by no means a weak hero against Bane as well later on.
Well,
the early game can be hard though.
Rubik comes out. Z-Freak for that one, most likely. It feels when you pick a Rubik alongside a Sand King that the Sand King moves into the offlane and is more likely to be a Mu hero.
It feels like that, but they've debated before.
Yeah, they've got the options.
Yeah, they're known debaters. But you could do it. You could do it either way. Zitfreak definitely plays a phenomenal Rubik, but honestly, he plays a phenomenal everything. He's quite a god. Honestly, he has quite a fan base as well.
Yeah.
So we'll see the way they want to play this. The Undying comes out.
Skilled individual. But yeah, Undying now, I guess, kind of cements that.
Yeah. So now it is Moo Sanking for sure.
And then this Phantom Lancer is still open for middle safe lane, so they've left themselves in a position now where their last pick could be pretty much any carry hero, any kind of 1 or 2 hero to go alongside them.
Yeah.
As Planet Dog come back now with a Gyro, the kind of age-old pick up against Undying, with a flak against the Tombstone, the Zombies, the
super
PL
good.
Illusions.
Yeah, it's super good pick here for them in so many ways. It's also very strong to just have a Repel Gyro in the front, send them in, so hard to deal with. And like you said, the fact that you can just target down on the Tombstone and still flak everything else while doing that is really, really good. That's the kind of carry that you need against the Tombstone. And
it's a carry with a bit of teamfight wombo combo as well, right? They've got Earth Spirit and Gyro with a ton of magic damage. The PL's Illusion's likely going to get cleared early to mid game until he gets some of those tankier items up and running.
Yeah, in the early and mid game they have decent control. I still need to see one more hero on Planet Dog that picks up the pace of the game even more. So I'm looking towards something like even Dragon Knight for them, honestly. Even though it doesn't look like it could be so easy to play against Undying, I still kind of like the idea, just because it speeds up the game, and that's what I think they should be doing. Put a pressure while the Phantom Lancer is weak, especially if he goes for the Battle Fury build that we saw earlier today. You know, you get stuck and you can't really do anything, you don't have time to farm. So yeah, that would be an ideal pick for me. Other than that, they could go for some more teamfight control. And even Queen of Pain is not completely out of the option. Very good damage against PL. And you have a lot of teamfight stuff already. Or, why not good old OD with Repel? Also a good target. OD. Yeah, Repelled OD is quite good against Phantom Lancer. He's not exceptionally good, because there are so many illusions sometimes, but he can definitely put in some hurt.
What if you ban something like the OD as Planet Dog and go for like a DK yourselves? Could like a Repel DK work alongside a Gyro here?
Yeah, exactly. That's what
never mind.
Yeah, like these are heroes that I feel are relevant to both heroes, sort of, in a way, in this game. Because they're both staring down at what they want to have for a mid hero. Planet Dog are going to have to show cards first, so it has to be a hero that is sort of versatile. Maybe why they didn't want to pick DK, because he has a few hard counters. SF being one of them, actually. You never want to get close for that first race, then you're just dead because you can't leave.
Especially with a Burrow Strike and Telekinesis.
Even just SF alone, actually. Like, the races hurt so much now after the change.
Like, Undying comes to your lane, decays you once, leaves lane, then it's like, okay, SF is going to raise you to death.
They listen to me.
There's the Quap into a Viper, compLexity. Oh, that's a really nasty lineup. You look at that, and it's Viper, Undying, and PL, and Sand King. So.
Yeah, I'm missing a Rasta there instead of a Rubik. that would have been top notch. But definitely, it gets points for nastiness. But I love the Queen of Pain pick here. Obviously, I think it fits really well in their lineup. It is going to be a little bit unfortunate of a matchup, but not to the point that Queen can't get away with it.
Is it as bad as before? Because
it's not.
It's definitely changed with the Nether Toxin kind of rework, right?
Yeah, it's not as bad as before. It's very easy to get out of the Nether Toxin as Queen of Pain, so you don't really get bothered by that. The corrosive skill is still going to be super annoying for you, though. You can't really rely on the Shadow Strike. You have to rely on your Scream of Pain instead. So instead of the typical 2-1-4 build, we're probably going to see a 1-1-4 build.
Okay.
More likely. And probably skilling ulti early. Like, skilling ulti on level 6 on Queen is a good way to get a kill on Viper, if you have a rotation.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I must say, this is a pretty good matchup here for a first game. I'm looking forward to see what the teams can make of it.
Yeah, this seems pretty even, honestly. There's a good mix of everything here. You know, Planet Dog have got the physical, the magical between their cores. They've got the roaming, they've got the control. As Mag has an Omni Knight, you know, the Mag special comes out for the offlane, but compLexity have this raw, unfettered kind of aggression about their lineup that if things get off to a good start and this Undying starts rolling through the lanes, you could definitely see compLexity start to run away with things with a Viper and a PL as their two big carries, and then once Sand King gets a potential free lane if he's put into a 1v1, this complexity lineup definitely could snowball out of contention in this match. But I guess equally you could look at Planet Dog and say exactly the same thing with a gyrocopter that is known to be one of these kind of snowball carries. He makes one rotation at level 6 or 7, gets a big cooldown, and all of a sudden that lane belongs to him.
The good old CDEC meta that was brought on by that international, yeah.
The aggressive, take enemy tier 1, smoke. It was always on the dire side, or most like well known on the dire side, then kind of run through this side of the map with a smoke, gank the mid lane.
It was very often across the entire map, like from your safe lane to the enemy safe lane, and just boom, the action is happening right now. And, if you bring down the enemy carry, you often got a tower just out of sheer surprise. It's funny how things like that have really kind of set the path for how Dota evolved. But yeah, over time, Dota always gets more and more complicated, right? Yeah. The things that we saw as super complex back then is now basic shit.
Yeah. Like blocking creep waves.
not
Dude,
necessarily
in
that.
Dota 1, do you remember blocking creep waves with observer wards?
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, that or teleporting with travels to a creep, it would stop them as well.
Yeah.
You could block a ramp.
Yeah.
I did that. Or an enemy did that against us, and we had Earthshaker. And
we used to have to create mechanics to abuse them.
It's true.
Well, what is it? 2 for 2? Bounty runes across. The sides.
Nice and even trade.
The two supports of complexity pick up the bounty runes for them, as the two cores for Planet Dog get the other couple, and now musical lanes begins. As
everyone is going mid 5 mid. What's happening? Look at it.
Tri-lane, quad lane, quintuple lane mid? Oh.
Actually 5 mid?
What is happening?
They are doing the full switcheroo, so they realized they did not get the pairings they wanted, and they need to make a swap. So they're quickly running. If you TP immediately, that's going to lead to just the enemy counter-TPing, and then you still have to run if you want to change it. So that's why they're not just immediately going for the TP play. However, the same thing could still be done by complexity.
With this mid-wave, Rubik and Viper outranging the Bane, Queen of Pain. Looks like they're going to do reasonably well here, but Viper currently without a single CS. Nice Fade Bolt does secure at least the range creep there, but I'm interested in item builds in this lane.
It's not easy to last it as a Viper anymore, honestly. In a lane where there's like multiple different heroes and you're enfeebled,
real nasty.
Like the enfeeble obviously is going to make it way more difficult than it normally ever would be.
Like no one's farming in this lane.
Yeah, well, Queen is going to get farm, I think, but this is pretty funny.
Everyone's just denying, pseudo-denies coming out as well.
Yeah, the good old ruin last hit.
They just ruined the last hit, yeah. The pseudo-deny, the pseudo-last hit.
I never heard that. I've never given it the credit of being a pseudo-deny. It's just a ruined last hit.
Just a ruined last. No one got it, so it's a waste. Ditchira initiated on low. Moo is going to get a
lot of caustics, though.
Ditchira dropping low, but this is Moo Sand King really playing this lane very well.
He knows the limits of his hero here. He knows he can stand his ground against the pressure they put, but they might just go again. But he has too many caustics down already.
Well, yeah, I'm interested in the mid-item builds. Do we see like double Wraith Band from the Viper to try and alleviate some of the issues he's had? The double null from Quap is like standard, right? Oh, Mag is in trouble. In comes Kyle. Sal from Mag is going to relieve a lot of this pressure, but Chessie...
He has a heal. He should be fine.
Phantom Rush ready now, and you're right, Mag is fine.
Took a lot of damage, though. Definitely got pressured, and he doesn't have a salve, so...
Salve was forced, yeah.
Yeah, really hard to get back into this now. Onto this lane. And, of course, PL has tons of regen, so Kyle doing a good job just securing this lane here. He realizes that Chessie is being secured by him. Meanwhile, his brother is taking care of the other Swedish brother. It's really a beautiful story, this. Never ceases to amaze me.
Brotherly love within brotherly love.
Yeah, they're family now.
Yeah. All assimilated, and then there's Moo.
And then
the black sheep, alone on the bottom lane.
I was going to say, and then there's Bane, who just wants to shit on everything with his enfeeble.
I will ruin your lane.
Feeble, man. What a spell.
What's happening top? Again, Kyle coming in. Body blocks are good here onto Mag. But Omni Knight relatively tanky with a stout shield. Two
Taking
stick charges.
damage, though, for sure.
Like, Blade to hide. He's okay for now.
Yeah, Mag is not having an easy time at all.
I mean, you compare Mag to Moo, right? That's the comparison, I guess, here.
Yeah.
20 and 2 to the 5 and 0.
Yeah, Moo is dominating. He's actually just, flying ahead of everyone here, getting so much done.
But then you look at the Viper and 7 and 1 Limp, not having such a great time.
Yeah, Limp is he's gonna have some trouble. It's a hard early game for sure. But if his side lanes are going this well, there's normally an old theory in Dota that if you win 2 lanes, you're gonna win the game because you started really good on 2 lanes and you're gonna scale with that, which still holds true. It's not always set in stone though.
A bit of a dance there between Moo and Milan. Who's gonna win? Who wins this battle of the wits? Looks like Milan's gonna be fine just to keep running back and forth with a haste rune.
It's the patient Scorpion. It's like you're gonna die eventually. I got you. Stinger.
Keep coming back for more. Keep applying this poison.
Yeah. I'm surprised they actually did pick 1 point in Sandstorm. Thought it was going to make a max Caustic Finale play in this game. But just a little bit of utility, having that invis as well, I guess. Not sure how good it's going to be, though, because the heat-seeking or the homing missile
follows through, right?
Yeah, it still stuns you. And, of course, the Sand King or Earth Spirit doesn't really care about it. They're committing.
Spirit, speaking of,
beautiful
back
kick.
Limp into the enfeebled brain sap of J4, but it should just be the right clicks of Baranya that get this kill. Fairy Fire,
please, I want to live Magic Wand. Fairy Fire.
He's expending everything, like pretty much all of his resources there, just to stay alive, 2-3 seconds longer.
Yeah, well, he was trying to get to the creeps to deny himself. That was basically the dream of this little snake, but not gonna happen. Ditya Ra.
Oh, flat cannon onto the camp as well. Stacked up nicely as the boulder smash from Milan. Uncharacteristic miss. Mid lane playing onto Baranya, but no
he wasn't quite there in time. If he was there a little bit earlier, he would probably have landed it. He was just stretching for trying to land that. Kyle stealing some CS and harassing. Value.
Get out of my jungle, Mag!
Undying has an incredibly high base damage, actually. He hits like a truck. It's one of those things. It's not just the decay stealing a lot of strength. He has an absurd amount of strength to begin with. So he's done a good job just protecting the peel. Meanwhile, we see some ancient stacks being created by Milan.
Well done. Doesn't get entangled. Doesn't miss the stack.
Doing a good job just controlling the runes right now, I feel, on the Dire. They're getting the Invis rune bottled up on the Queen of Pain. It's always super important for Queens and Pucks on the mid lane to get rune control, because that's how you scale, that's how you start ganking the lanes.
Oh, Ra is being played on here with a Fade Bolt from Z-Freak. They're going to be able to get the kill as well.
He kicked him into Z-Freak. It was very funny.
Dear. Well, I do lose the Rubik as Milan does get the trade there. But still, nice kill on the Gyrocopter as the Sand King is starting to get really out of hand. Going for the classic Moo build there into the drums, and then likely into the Blink Dagger, just to try and get this team off the ground for now. But compLexity, great start.
And looking at the CS,
oh god, yeah,
Chessie has done an amazing job. He was actually behind Moo just a few minutes ago, and now he's 44 and 22. That's a lot of denies. That is a lot of denies right there as well. So that's, that's more than a full creep wave of experience worth that he has gained himself as well, just by denying. You have to keep that in mind. So much extra given.
I kind of want to stop comparing Mag to Moo, because it's more like Mag is comparable to Limp's Viper in terms of like how the lanes are set up and all of this.
Exactly, because of how they're focusing and how they're prioritizing, yeah.
And then you look at the levels, Viper level 5 almost, Mag is about the same. What is he? Oh, he's just cracked level 4. But
it is a struggle that we mentioned about earlier, though, that Viper has a very unnatural transition out of the laning stage, whereas Omni Knight, it still works. Like, he can still just push side lanes, be very aggressive. Very few things can actually catch him out and kill him once he has high enough level, because of the repel TP home. So the fact that Viper gets shut down in the early game is a little bit more concerning than Omni, but he's not that shut down on Viper. He's still getting something. 22 and 9 is not horrible.
Mag might be in trouble here. Has
he is. He will get a heal off, I think, but we'll see.
Waiting for that lance to come through for the stick into heal. Chessie's still chasing though, and Mag not opting to go for a TP.
He has one more lance, but he doesn't want to dive it. A little bit disciplined. I think Jesse could have committed, but it's also a big throw if you die there. If the enemy happened to be there and you just dove.
Or a Bane TPs. Or...
Yeah, exactly. If the TPs come in.
Well, at the very least, he gets a completely free lane, but Moo, Burrow striking away. There was no stun, no control, no silence. Now comes through Milan.
Oh, gets the double.
Will land it onto Z-Freak in the back as well. You're damn right. Now trying to get away with the Rubik. Level 1 Rocket Barrage tickling away, but the final click from Ditira will get them the 2 kills for the price of nothing.
That's really big. That's really big for Planet. They're doing it here.
I have difficulties with these names, by the way. It's like Animal Planet, Team World, Planet Dog, Planet World, like, Animal Dog.
Yeah.
They need to sort it out. Just make one team where you're all together.
Planet Zoo.
Just Planet Zoo. Yeah. Planet's Planet.
Oh well, it's a good start for them to make something happen here, because laning stage has not gone the way they need to. They're ahead in kills, but looking at the gold, they're starting to crawl behind a little bit here. And Gyrocopter is going to be the one they need to play around a lot. He has a lot of damage, and he is the strongest hero right now on their team.
Double damage Kyle. Playing around Mag.
Oh yeah.
With this tower down, Mag with no TP scroll.
Yeah, he's actually in trouble.
He's actually dead here, right? They just keep on chasing forward. Zombies storming in. Purification buys a little bit of time. Oh, complexity, they've given up. Down the bottom lane, there's a fight brewing here. They're kicking off onto Moo. Nightmare into that. Nice homing missile will hold him in place. And the damage from the flag cannon. Oh, not enough as the gyro turned around on. But finally the cooldown will land on complexity's heads. Not securing the kill on Moo, but the silence from Milan will. A nice kick across onto Kyle. Slows things down again as a double. A killing spree from J4 secures them not 1 but 2. Can they look for 3? Kyle is here alone with no TP. The dive is coming. Planet Dog, they want more.
So tanky though, but they get the magnetize on him. That could definitely do it. The TP comes in. Viper.
Little by little. Kyle.
Double TP out. Viper cannot stop those. And he's dead. Beautiful execution there. And one thing I wanted to mention during this that we haven't really thought about. Look at Queen.
Having a very quiet game.
Yeah, she's level 5. She's about at level 6 now, but it's almost minute 10. This is quite late. Viper is level 7.25. You know, like, she's falling behind quite hard. And I don't know, we normally don't talk so much about being behind on Queen, because it normally doesn't happen to that extent. But I believe she very often got experience drained by Bane kind of sitting in the lane, because he's almost the same level.
Yeah.
So the dual lane has one downside, and that is the level disadvantage.
What does Queen have coming out on the courier now? Boots. J4 has bought a Tome of Knowledge. Which
I think it's a present for the Queen.
I am inclined to agree. Oh, no, it's not. J4,
come on, you need 1 experience. Come on, J4.
Does he literally need 1 experience?
No, he needs 13. Yeah, 13.
Very close to 1.
Yeah, it's 1 creep is what it is. Oh, he's like, I need this tome.
Oh, man.
Oh, Queen needs level 7? Nah, I need level 7.
Well, Planet Dog, 6 kills to the good. Still looking for a tier 1 play down at bottom lane. But
well, they still want to push out and fight here so that they can farm the big camp stack that's on the side there. Gyrocopter has been looking in, you know, licking his lips about that one, I'm sure. He has 3 points in flat cannon, he has his ulti. He just wants to farm that mid and attempt at Borea, but there's no way. You can't just sneak up on him, Moo. Doesn't work like that.
That's not happening. What does Moo have? Drums, still a bit of a distance away as Chessie coming into mid lane as well. Is that a blink away from the Viper strike?
So they tried to do the Phantom Rush play, where he Phantom Rushes as she blinks away and just keeps chasing. That would have been neat. I would have appreciated seeing that.
But she dodged out the Viper strike, right?
Yeah, I believe she did.
Blink away, very nicely done. Barania holding on to this lane for now with the Arcane Runes spamming out the spells as often as possible. As compLexity really did swing in a number of people there to try and get that 1 kill, turn it into a tower. But things all come crumbling down now as Kyle and Z-Freak both bottom looking for maybe a clear on this stack.
They would love to. So I want to say Mag is having a similar situation here on his Omni Knight to what we saw on Ice Winter Wyvern earlier, where it's like struggle on the top lane, and now I'll buy Midas.
The struggle Midas.
Yeah, not my favorite Midas.
Well, they can't finish off Moo, a very quick TP there. gets in the way from danger. Rubik facing off against Milan, but Earth Spirit with that DD rune will just be able to walk back into battle if he so desires. But compLexity, they're setting up to defend this bottom tier 1 really nicely. Again,
Drums coming down for the Gyro.
Oh. And 4 heroes here as well from Planet Dog. Does Omni just TP down? Queen of Pain just TP down here? Omni's already here, of course.
Yeah, she could. She wants to shrine up first, though. And I think she might have to defend mid. I don't know.
Well, Radiant Scan connects. Turns red. Now, homing missile from Z-Freak onto J4, but the cooldown already coming in. Not connecting, though. And with that Muba, a strike landing forward. I'll try and secure some control here. The epicenter not going to land, but they've got the nice little chase onto Mag, allowing them to take down 2 of Planet Dog.
Yeah, they show up in force here. compLexity just going. They're not chasing for anything else they can get. Is the stun? No, not off cooldown yet. Else he would for sure have tried it. Gyro quickly realizes I cannot be bottom anymore. TP'd mid, gonna go and try to push the tower there. Tower is full HP though, so gonna be hard to get a trade there. As compLexity are pushing real quick for this tower.
Trying to get this Queen of Pain up and running seems to be a bit of a struggle for Planet Dog. What's she at now? 3k net worth, barely ahead of the Earth Spirit. Level.
That's not where you want to be.
Coming.
Yeah.
Like half the net worth of the Phantom Lancer.
A lot of the heroes are struggling a lot, though. If you look at the net worth graph, I mean, so many of them are not where they want to be in this game.
No one's farming this game.
Is a yeah. Oh wow. The damage.
Level 2 Caustic.
So he has the Brain Sap. That's what really did it there. The stolen Brain Sap on the Rubik. So,
whoa, what's happening here? Jesse's taking a fall as J4 stands tall. Does die to the poison attack of the Viper.
Takes down in the end.
How did that all kick off?
Yeah, I didn't really see the start of that, but they have to have been going over there just to try and contest the stacks. You don't want Gyrocopter to be farming. They have wards down, so they knew that he was doing it. They actually just planted the deep ward as well. Radiant. They ran over and planted this.
So they went on a group warding mission and found Planet Dog all grouped together themselves.
Yeah, well, at least they got a good kill mid, and they still have that Brain Sap level 4 on Z-Freak for a while. They should try and fight around him, because, oh, I see. Yeah, he's dead.
Moo with the Tranquil's drums, so damn quick.
You know what's also going to be quick? Blink Dagger on Rubik. Almost has it.
No way.
Yep.
100 gold away. Damn,
pulling it out of his pocket, you know, there it is.
And then you have Kyle on Undying. He nearly has an urn. Yes.
Yeah.
One whole urn.
Hey, man. Undying players,
he'd be super happy with that.
Yep. When you have more denies than last hits, you know, you can't expect people to...
I can afford an item.
What are items? He even, you know, you have to pull your raindrops into your backpack to conserve any money that you can. That's the level of farm we're at, guys.
I don't want to get screamed once and lose my earned money.
Please, don't take my drops away. My teardrops.
Mine. Well, 15.5-minute Midas. Pretty decent there for Mag.
Jesse is quickly turning himself into a monster in this game, though. He had a great laning stage thanks to Kyle, and he's really making the most out of it. He died once only in this game so far. And, you know, he's going for the old tried and tested build. No Battle Fury. Oh, nice pickup.
Great play. All around great play by compLexity. Every single piece of the mechanism there works perfectly. Nighttime comes in, Kyle swoops forward, wards, and then retreats. Sees the Earth Spirit come in, places the Tombstone to get the vision, the blink in onto the Rolling Boulder from the Rubik to cancel that out so there's no escape.
And that's really the key component that I think Earth Spirit was not prepared for, the fact that Rubik can blink in and catch him still. Because, you know, that was the first kill that we've seen from the blink. They may have seen it or said it, but it's not really until someone dies to it that people start thinking, oh yeah, that.
And then a tier 2. So swift maneuver there by compLexity as they move bottom to defend their own tier 1 as well. No momentum being gained by Planet Dog as they are the ones trying to shift themselves from side to side of this map, looking for anything really, just a bit of a scrap here, a tower there. But at least now they'll have time for Boranya's Queen of Pain to move from, you know, being this kind of poverty quap with just a veil and a wand.
She needs to get involved. She needs to get involved in kills. Like, action has to happen, because at this point, he's 60 CS at minute 17 on Queen. That is really, really low, but that's also all that he's really been doing so far. He hasn't been part of any big kills. He's been assisting in 1 kill. Queen of Pain is so powerful. I don't think I've seen a single ulti use.
No, I was just about to ask you the exact same
really
question.
Needs to get online.
Has Queen of Pain used an ulti? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Planet Dog.
There is going to be action towards the bottom lane. Queen is, first of all, pushing top, but needs to TP right now.
Oh, a grip onto Sand King. Nice cancel there into the 2-man Burrow Strike. Moo is surviving with a soul rip from Kyle. Queen of Pain finally arrives, though, as Milan into the Ancients denies out to the neutrals, but the grip stolen by Z-Freak turns it back again. 4 for 1 is what we end up trading out as the Queen of Pain comes in for a split second to get a kill and then to get the fuck out of there because there's no chance of sticking around when compLexity looks so strong.
They have one of these situations going on, right, where they just drop too many things for the enemy to deal with. There's PL illusions everywhere. There's the Undying creating more zombies with his tombstone, and someone has to kill that tombstone. And on top of that, he's just spamming a maxed out decay on them. He actually went for the low level tombstone, which is still going to be annoying. It's still pestering you. And then just spamming out the decay and has a high level soul rip to heal up the PL, which synergizes with the illusions because that's more targets. So yeah, I like the thought of this draft and how it's working out for them. It's really really seems quite strong.
4-second cooldown on decay is pretty damn nice as well.
Oh yeah, it's a great AoE spell for sure. Once you have that, you can just get monstrously strong. Even if you have no items on a position 5 Undying, it doesn't really matter. You're still gonna have enough HP.
Well, compLexity get out of bottom lane. Chessie should be able to just doppel away the homing missile and continue farming pretty nicely down in his own jungle. Planet Dog, what are they up to now? Borania still up on this top lane. He's being closed in on though. Orange and yellow, so Sand King and Rubik. Both of them with initiation tools.
I like that he's TPing down to the bottom now. He's going to be here in time for this fight, and they're trying to get the PL. That's the big kill. He gets the Fiend script, no cancel. They cannot cancel it. Yeah. That was really beautiful. In the end, they actually get them without Queen of Pain, but still, her heart was in the right place. If they canceled that.
She got involved.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful Fiend script right there. J4 just getting that long-range Fiend script. And that was before he had the talent. He's going to pick the cast range talent now, I think. And
everything will be wonderful again. Moo, Burrow striking back up to the high ground. Follow Z-Freak through. Make sure they get out of here. And all should be good. But yeah, no TPs from Cole, no nothing. They knew that, well, what's done is done. Just get some more action elsewhere on the map.
Yeah.
Lots of damage in onto tier 2. They've pushed top lane a nice amount already, previously, of course. But I'm interested to see what Z-Freak and Moo are planning to do here, because it seemed they were setting up to try and catch that one hero that's farming top lane, and they're doing it again.
Yeah, they have the damage to bring down almost anyone. I don't know if they can quite burst the Gyrocopter, though. 1620 is quite a bit of HP. Only level 1 aura, so even if he turns that aggressive, can't quite kill it. Milan is gonna show most likely. Nah, he's sitting back. And very correctly, they knew that something was up. They knew that there was still heroes top.
Level 4 Scream. Come on, Rubik, let's go. Mid lane pushed out by Limp and Kyle. Get that tier 2 dropping lower and lower as Mag, still with a lot of money saved up, heading into a Radiance. So this is going to be dead net worth for another 1,400 gold or so, another 2 or 3 minutes until Mag picks up that relic. And even then, you're still waiting for another, 1,000 plus to get the recipe.
I am so impressed by Limp and how he's managed to recover from what was pretty tough to having actually third net worth here, quite farmed on the Viper. He's 1,000 gold behind a really farmed PL.
Yeah.
For this game, like compared to a Battle Fury free farm PL game, sure, it's not spry, but relative to the game, this is very impressive. Undying ulti, so good for taking Roche faster. Never forget to use that, guys.
Amplify damage.
Yeah, and always go in for the hug when you ulti. Get that 20. And seems like the smoke is just a little bit too late here for Planet Dog. They're moving in towards mid, and they might ships in the dark.
Oh, J4's the one that's caught first. Is this a get the hell out of here from PD? No, they want to get the hell in. cooldown will land in onto Limp as the Queen of Pain Sonic Wave does a lot of damage and kills off Kyle. But they've still got Chessie up and running with a two-man burst strike forward. Oh, it's Mag that's in trouble now. The Guardian Angel forced away, but Chessie, holding that Aegis, does have a secondary life to fall back on if he needs it. Milan blinks back out, and Z-Freak will fall there. In the end, to the Magnetize and an Urn, I guess.
Yeah, he got him with the play. Milan actually got a great positioning there and was just dealing so much damage in the backline, free of focus from the PL. PL was just frontlining it against the Gyrocopter, so meanwhile, Milan was just having a nice playfield there on the backline, who all happened to be low HP. It was well played there. They realized their strength. Oh, Milan, can he get out? Stunts, rolls. Yules.
Oh, Yules cancels out. Whose is that, Moo? Nicely done. Milan goes for the optimistic TP, nearly gets it, but the damage is there from Cole.
Yeah, could maybe have TP'd out, but he didn't realize the Viper was close enough as well. He did have a ward, but you know, when you're fighting, you might sometimes miss it. Miss who's close. Nice try though for him. But yeah, I was about to say Plant Dog with the realization of their strength around a repelled Omni or Gyrocopter. So they repel up the Gyrocopter, and he can really just stand there. He has a lot of maximum HP. Even with PL running in, he could just clear it. Oh, trying on to Chessie.
Can they keep going for this?
Chessie wants to turn it around. He's like, 1v3, let's go.
I've got Aegis.
Yeah.
Why the hell not? Oh, J4, you put yourself in harm's way? Well, feel my illusions.
Oh, wow.
Cool down.
Mag with a good old no-heal.
Burst strike onto Quap, and down she goes. Planet Dog, they're being ripped apart here. Double Gang gets away from the homing missile. Chessie's alive with a Soul Rip as well, and now the Gyrocopter's in all sorts of trouble. Chase forward. Chessie's here again with the Kyle moving forward. They do get the heal bomb in as Moo takes a tumble. Down goes the PL and Sand King, but Chessie is alive again. Mag turned around on here. He's going to get himself some mana. He repels up to save himself from that damage, but still... compLexity, the ones on the front foot.
And they're gonna get the tower as well.
I mean, which one? Look at top tier 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Limp is up on the high ground, pressuring your base.
Yeah, they're doing so much damage here with the Viper split pushing. He is gonna struggle to get out though. Viper is not the best at running away. What is Milan actually doing? That was so weird.
I didn't see.
Well, he dropped a Remnant and just started spinning in circles. I thought he was griefing for a moment, but I guess he was just aiming his kick. Wanted to curve it or something. Either way, they do get the kill, but he actually got a return kill with the Nether Toxin dropped on the ground. He gets the Gyrocopter, a massive kill for the Viper to get there in a 1v3 situation. So, a lot of time and space created by him. His PL is building in towards a heart, has 2,600 gold. His Reaver is very close now. A smoke is coming out again. They're going to probably activate the PL with a smoke as well. And just go for a kill. Oh no, J4, you're in trouble.
Oh dear. Or Mag.
Or Mag, yeah. They're just going to kill him.
Repel into death, I guess.
Or both.
Oh, both. Yeah, I guess so. Both is good. Both is fine.
Yep.
Very good.
PL will have, well, he will have both.
And PL, now without the Roshan.
Z-Freak chasing after. Has the level 2 Sonic Wave stolen. He always manages to get his hands on. Yeah, he's, you know, you look over, it's like there wasn't really a fight or anything. It just has the level 2 ulti. Okay, which he very recently stole as well. So I guess he didn't use the spell since then.
And it's time for high ground. Top lane, Milan. Oh, he's going to just straight up die to Limp here. One more hit, flies across the map into the back of Milan. Dead for 50 with buyback. Can return to this game if he needs to, but Chessie up on the high ground now. The lift from Z-Freak into the burst strike. They've caught the gyro. The damage with the Sonic Wave, not enough to kill him off. So Chessie's going to have a lot more work to do here now as Milan comes in, but the cancel immediately yules into the air as Chessie kept alive by his team. Magnetize keeps on flowing, but
Radiant Omni is
got to
chasing.
get in there with a boulder smash. Chessie dies, and compLexity, they've got to get out of here. They don't have their Viper ready to fight. Moo burrow strikes forward. They're playing aggressively into Planet Dog when they're 4v5. They don't care. They're going to try and kill. Z-Freak dies, but Kyle, he has no choice now. Stand your ground and die, my sir, as Planet Dog defend their tier 3.
Well, they do not care, but they probably should. That was maybe a little bit of over-aggression right there. They thought they could kill the Gyrocopter, but there were so many heroes around. Nice Yule's timing there by Boranidja on the Queen. He actually lifted the PL while the Sand King stunned the gyrocopter, so there was no damage during the stun, which is what you always look towards. Stun burst someone, and they can't react. But yeah, nice little cancel by Queen. Just breaking the initiation. And then we will probably see compLexity just respawn and try and take it a little bit slower again, get their heart. But meanwhile, Planet Dog are having none of it. They're just going right now.
Give us a tier 1.
Yeah?
Please, sir. Can I have some more? Just some scraps? No scraps for you. Tier 1 is still standing middle lane, 28 minutes in. Sand King is missing. J4 paranoid about this Moo rotation with Blink, Drums, and Yules.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, compLexity, they can get back up on their horse in a minute.
Man, look at the gyrocopter. He's actually very close to a full butterfly. That's going to be a big timing because the Peel is building heart, so he's not going for something like an MKB yet. He probably will make a MKB next item, but at least the gyrocopter is going to be quite tanky when he has the repel on him. You can't really strike him down, so that's a good timing. Unfortunately, repel has a very long downtime. Only 7 seconds duration, 18 seconds cooldown, so 11 seconds there that you have to somehow not die. That can be a tall order.
Well, Mag going for a late game build. Radiance into Shiver's Guard.
Yeah.
Aiming for the big items.
Well, they are big functional items against the PL for sure. It's first of all, you have some mischance onto every single illusion if you go in with the Omni, and then you add some minus attack speed alongside that, and you're taking away a lot of the DPS from this, what's going to be a heart PL. So it's going to be quite effective, and I think Planet Dog, they're making a comeback here, actually. They were in a very big dip, but they're starting to have more impact. I do not really know about the fact that they're queuing up for 2 Shiva's Guards, though.
Yeah, I noticed the Queen of Pain was heading towards one as well.
Yeah, I think one of them should change their mind. Probably just go for something like Lotus Orb even on Omni Knight.
Well, Chessie is back to the tier 3 again.
Chessie is angry at the tower.
Yeah, he wants this tower to die. Omni Knight will arrive, send compLexity back a little bit here. TP from Limp up towards top. They're really focused on not giving any kind of tier 1 pressure on mid or top away to PD.
Yeah.
Really defending very, very staunchly on these towers. Radiant Observer Ward, what's their vision like? Looking pretty good over in this dire jungle.
Could be some damage here. And just send in illusions, and already ulti from Gyro coming out defensively.
Cole has no vision in this side of the map, so it feels like either they need to get out or get some down.
Especially when they already made that overstep. You'll see a lot in teams that... Oh, mid, trying with the ulti.
Hello, who have they caught? Oh, it's the Queen of Pain. Nice Yules. Has a blink as well. The Boulder Smash flies forward. Might buy enough time here for Brani to get away, and it will indeed.
A little bit uncharacteristic by Izzet Freak. Normally, he doesn't really fail at chaining combinations, but he could have... I think maybe he had a little bit of cooldown still from the lift on bottom lane. Could have been what was stopping him there from lifting the Queen.
PL illusions. Only illusions here. J4. With the help of Milan, clear through them, but look at compLexity. Ready and waiting on this high ground. Chessie will send the creep waves back. Phantom Rush and forward onto Barania. Oh, full heart is done, you're right. Look at that. All ready. As Limp is the one pushing top lane, so the split pushing Viper getting the job done up at top, forcing Planet Dog to actually maneuver themselves away from mid, not take the fight that they were set up for, and maybe just force compLexity to...
He's basically getting the tier 3 tower right now if someone doesn't come and defend this right now. Say what you want about this Viper, he may not have any feet, but he has 2 boots. He's got those travels, dude.
Speedy little devil as well, look at him go.
Look at him, he's out. Wait, what?
The rest of his team is coming.
Yeah.
They want to continue this pressure. Tier 3 top, now into Tier 3 middle. Illusions damage, not really significant since the changes.
Well, they're getting it slowly though, slowly and steadily. The benefit of the illusion push is that it's very, very safe to commit, right? And it shouldn't be super powerful the way it used to be, because that was just dumb. So very happy to see illusions being weak nowadays. Also, he hasn't built too much damage items yet. He only has the Differ and the Manta in itself. He needs to add some... well, MTB is probably still the choice. The attack speed is quite valuable now.
Do you think he could go for the Bloodthorn build, like Bloodthorn Nullifier, or we'll come back in a second. Potentially this fight is kicking off. Planet Dog, they're in very deep here, trying to break the ranks of compLexity. But the Phantom Lancers managed to dodge and evade all of these initiations, and now the solo Sonic Wave onto Kyle, and Kyle alone means the Undying has died, but the chase is on. The silence now over on Chessie. Z-Freak tries to save his mates, does get the telekinesis back onto Ditchira, but the Phantom Lancer in all sorts of trouble. A Burrow Strike from Moo. Doppelganger now. Chessie sprinting away back to the shrine, heal him up, keep him alive. Can you do it? Chessie surviving somehow, but he will finally die. It is now down to Moo to turn it back onto Ditchira, but the repeller's there. Burrow Strike Epicenter do nothing, and Limp struggling to dish the damage out. The Nightmare saved, but J4 unable to keep his mate alive. Ditchira does finally die. In fact, Wagamama, everyone's dying.
It's just
no
carnage.
one's surviving. Boranya will get away. The Queen of Pain escapes for now, but look who's chasing.
Yes, the stun
Moo's
ready.
running forward. Burrow Strike in, and with Limp's damage, maybe enough, but no.
I don't know. She's not safe yet. He has the use.
Oh, Boranya. Cancelled again. Limp needs a couple of hits, but the blink down up to the northeast. Just keep on chasing. It's relentless. It does not cease. Complexity. They finally run them down. What was that all in all?
I feel like I need to watch that fight 3 times to really appreciate everything that happened.
I didn't even notice. Undying bought back and died again.
Kyle with a sneaky buyback feed, and he's here again. Look, he's here and pushing. It's like nothing even happened.
There was 26,000 damage done in that fight, and the gold exchange was like a 100 difference between the two. But Rax are being pressured. 5% king up on the front lines. Nightmare there from J4, but Melee falling quickly as Mag runs forward to try and again break this line, this aggression from Cole, but it's too little too late.
Yeah, they get out cleanly by the looks of it. Nothing really that can stop them here, and that was a buyback forced as well, so that's quite costly that Mag does not have it anymore. He has to play quite careful, and that sets him back. He has his Midas, has his Radiance, but that's it. At 34 minutes, that's not really impressive. Oh, he did actually send out a Hood. Okay. I didn't see that he sneakily bought a Hood in between.
As you were talking, he literally...
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, this does mean that Roshan goes the way of Complexity. Aegis and Cheese in their hands. So we'll see which way around they decide to put this.
Still Aegis on Peel. I feel like that choice is so weird when you have like that much HP. You have plenty of time to use the cheese. In my mind, I feel like that's the way. The one reasoning that you could want the Aegis on Peel for is that you want him to walk up on the high ground and attack the buildings.
Yeah.
That's the justification I can see and accept. So
and if there is that, potential chance that Fiend's Grip doesn't get cancelled, if you've used all of your stuns somehow in a team fight.
Yeah, sure.
That if he gets, gripped and silenced, then maybe, but they're definitely the super safe play, right?
He has an item that I really like now, purchased on the PL. This is a really good activation item where you're super strong right now, but what you need to do is catch these heroes that are sometimes quite elusive. You have a super fast gyrocopter, you have a Blink, Queen of Pain, the Omni who slows you down anytime you get close to him. But now you can Blink Initiate instead.
The anti-mage.
Yep, basically. For all intents and purposes, this is anti-mage now.
Well, Chessie, he wants to take down some more buildings. Angry at the structures in the Dire base. Creep Wave arriving. Slower than really the Phantom Lancer would have liked, but they get some damage in onto this melee Rax. But look at this PD lineup. You're absolutely right. They will try and catch the Viper first with the stun silence combo and the cooldown. In fact, everything thrown in, but Limp gets the cheese off. They've only taken down Kyle. J4 ripped apart. Chessie finds his target and brings him down now. Where is it? Z-Freak, he lines it up. He gets it done. In onto Mag's Omni Knight. Lifted up as well immediately after with no buyback available. That is Mag down without casting a single bloody spell. Milan chased to the ends of the world as Chessie with a triple kill now looks for the melee Rax. And both mid and top.
How does he do it? How does this man do it?
Ungodly plays from the Rubik.
He just hides away so nicely, manages to just barely survive, and then, casually steals the Fiend script in the dying moment of the Bane. Oh, the gyrocopter trying as he may to defend his base here, but it is all moot. It's dead.
It is GG. Game 1 of this best of 3 goes to Complexity.
Yeah, that was quite the showing. I definitely like what Complexity did in the mid game here, and also in the laning stage, they played it quite smart. They protected their PL, knowing that he's gonna matter a lot. He had a tough matchup going up against Omni Knights, but they offset that by putting Undying there, a hero that definitely bullies any strength hero with ease. So yeah, definitely impressive stuff. And really a thing that I think Planet Dog would have wanted to have is just more play around the queen in the mid game to actually be able to use how strong she is as a fighting hero, because it felt like most of the times she was trying to farm somewhere, but somehow she was also just happening to end up on a lane where she couldn't farm. Right? She was against Viper or something like that. Because her CS score was also not quite that high.
I'm going to say Moo had a pretty spanking good game as well.
Yes.
In that like 1v2 and a half kind of lane, he was still bullying and pressuring the gyro non-stop.
He's very confident in those matchups. Moo he's no stranger to the whole off-lane thing. He's been doing it for quite a while now and very respected by a lot of American players to be, you know, one of the best American off-laners, really. And, you know, he shows here that he knows exactly the limit. He was against Earth Spirit and Gyrocopter at one point, stood his ground, and just says, no, I have the Caustic Finales down. You guys run. I'm staying here. Me Scorpion.
My lane, me farm, me Scorpion. Well, game 1 in the books. We'll find out in a couple of minutes as game 2 coming up here. Planet Dog, second chance in his best of 3. See you guys in just a little bit.